time coming, but Canada return to the world stage at the Qatar 2022, and they open up campaign up against one of the big boys and favourites, Belgium. Can the Canadians get anything from this match? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks. Bam's giving another 5-minute preview. Look forward to Canada taking on Belgium over in Group F. That's right, and we'll get to it in just a second. Of course, if you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang it. All things Canada related, Belgium related, World Cup itself related. We've got it all here, boys, under one roof. Can Belgium go the distance? Of course, made it to the semi-finals last time around. Of course, can they go a little bit further and, of course, go to the final? We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. But anyway, let's get cracking in my 5-minute preview. So here we go. Take a look at, of course, the match itself taking place at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium on the 23rd of November. Of course, over in Group F. Of course, coming at you, these two sides locking horns, of course. Take a look at the Belgians then coming into this. Qualifiers Group E winners in UEFA. The bracket there, of course, 13th of November 2021. Secured the deal, 14th time they've been at this World Finals. 2018 was their last. Of course, they're a streak of 3 now, and they did finish in 3rd place in Russia 2018. The manager is Roberto Martinez. The VIP is still Eden Hazard. 9-1 on to qualify here. 14-1 is your long shots, of course. The recent run here. Take a look at some of the games in the Nations League. Losing the Dutchies, picking wins up against the Welsh and the Polish. But ultimately, I think they finished 2nd behind the Netherlands in that Nations League. Of course, take a look at the group then. It is Group F with Belgium and Canada. They are joined with Morocco and Croatia to see who will go through to the final 16. Of course, Belgium did take on Egypt or are about to take on Egypt. I'm recording this on the day of November the 18th. But of course, after the Canadian match, they take on Morocco. Squad then now, shall we, for Belgium? Of course, unfortunately, no Thomas Kaminski between the sticks, but the guys of Courtois, Minglet and Casteels all compete for the #1 jersey. Into the defence, they've got some veterans in there. Jan Vertonghen of Anderlecht. We've got Toby Alderweireld, of course, of Antwerp. Timothy Castagna, though, he gets in there from Leicester. Of course, Thomas Meunier as well. Into midfield, another veteran, Alex Witsel, Kevin De Bruyne, Tielemans, of course, Thorgan Hazard, and into the attacking lines. We've got Lukaku, Hazard, Mertens, another veteran, Batshuayi as well. Jeremy Doku, a player that I want to keep an eye on. But my lineup is like this. Of course, again, I'm not 100% sure on the fitness of a number of these guys. But Courtois between sticks, Vertonghen, Alderweireld and Meunier on the sort of right of a back 3 there, with Castagna, Calasso, Witsel, Tielemans, of course, Kevin De Bruyne, Hazard, Lukaku, of course. We'll hear from a Belgian today or later today or later in the next couple of days about this, the hopes and dreams of Belgium as they take on these guys. Canada, of course. Take a look at the Canadians then, shall we? Qualified as winners of the CONCACAF qualifying phase. They secured the deal on the 27th of March 2022. Of course, this is their 2nd tournament. 1986 was the last. A lot of you guys weren't alive then, of course. They couldn't get out of the group stages. John Herdman, the man, the myth, the legend, of course, in Canadian eyes, is the manager. Jonathan David is, of course, the VIP. 11-4 for the qualifiers. Of course, 150-1 to lift the trophy at the end. Let's take a look at the recent resume, though. A hit and miss right now, of course, losing to Uruguay back in September. Picking wins over Qatar and some of the hopscotchy kind of results over the last 6 games. Of course, in Group F, they will take on Belgium first, then it's Croatia, then they'll wrap it up against Morocco. They did take on Japan yesterday. Of course, let me know how they got on down below. And here are the Canadian squad then. We'll take a look at Dane St. Clair between the sticks. He's the #1, of course. Take a look at, of course, the defenders. Some familiar names, perhaps. I'm trying to see if there's anyone. Carmen Miller from Montreal into midfield. Jonathan Osorio. Is this even the squad? Is this Jonathan David is there? Alphonso Davis is there. Junior Hoyler is there. Yeah, I was expecting to see Donald Henry, but I'm a little bit gobsmacked by the lack of names that are familiar with me. But anyway, that is the squad. Take a look at my lineup then for you. I did have Donald Henry, don't know where he is. Moulin Beauchamp between sticks, Abokoju on the left hand side, Miller, Lade, Hoylett, Osado, Buchanan, Davis, Ladin, and David. It might or may not be like that. It may be nowhere near that. Anyway, take a look at, of course, the team itself, the match itself. Never played each other, these two sides. Belgium, though, coming to on 58% form, winning, just losing once of the last 5 up against the Canadians, 1-3, and lost 3 over the last 6, so that's 50% form for them at the moment. But it is all boiled down to this over in Group F. It is Belgium up against, of course, Canada, back for the first time. I did put a vote out there, and a lot of views have gone with Belgium, quite convincingly, 81%, 10% with Canada, and 8% have gone with the draw. For me, I am backing, of course, the Belgians on this one. Unfortunately, I love Canada, I really do. I've got a soft spot for them. Of course, they will be in my heart, and I'll be cheering them on all the bloody way, but I don't think they've got enough in the tank to take on the Belgians at this stage. But of course, we'll see about that and more right here at Blackburn Overseas, your non-stop shop for Rovers content, World Cup content, and plenty more right here. So subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the little bell. We go again, guys. We go a bloody again.